Health and wellness are more than a destination. They are a process and a journey of personal choice. Come hear from people out in the field, doing the work, bringing health and wellness to many.
Thank you, Kathleen, really. You write beautiful words, but words can also be visualized like Deborah did in the book. All the 12 chapters are visualized by Deborah, who's a very, very famous artist, and she made really beautiful artwork here. Deborah, can you tell something about the process and who you are?
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for coming. It's so incredible, the community in Amsterdam. It's impressive. And you feel the love here, by the way, it's great. I am an artist. I've been working for 30-something years, and before I studied classical painting, I studied cultural anthropology. I did portraiture, as some people in this room know, oil paintings for many years, and then I did sort of ethnographic visual ethnographies where I took groups of people and interviewed them and learned about their one essential question I asked them. And during that time, my work became more multimedia. And then my work became more surreal and more magic realism, if you will, and became more and more incorporating other materials.
Yes, you can see that. It's so nice. You see it in the back. Thank you, Deborah. It's really clear because you have a real surrealistic, magical style, very imaginary, and it maybe helps you to imagine the reality which you are looking for, but it's layered. All the works you can see, all the chapters, there are 13 in total, are really visualized by you, and they all have a title, but it really shows the layers, what Kathleen also taught us, the quantum. We all go through a journey, and you see in every chapter there's a book. And the book is, may I say, Kathleen, is a sort of, it symbolizes the matrix, it symbolizes each journey, each life. And Deborah, you made wonderful, every chapter is visualized by you. We see here chapter 1, it's called, they all have a title, by the way. If you look under, you can go around and you can see all the titles of the book, and Deborah visualized it beautifully. These are prints, very high prints. It's called chiclé, which is a special technique. And Deborah, can you tell me something about the chapter 1? It's called You Are a Creator.
Of course. So Kathleen brought me to the bridge at the end of her street when I was visiting Amsterdam and said, okay, I'm really ready to get serious now. This is after we had met during COVID for a couple of years. It was pretty great, or a year, I guess, on Zoom, and talked about each chapter. And then she said, let's start making art because now you're talking a lot. So I was standing on the bridge and I thought, we had already decided to make a book as the through line throughout the book, as the visual theme that sort of represented the narration of a story. But I look up and I see, of course, the beautiful Amsterdam and these trees, and I decided that chapter 1 was You Are a Creator, and it's, of course, I have to make each chapter personal to me, so I'm listening to her words and then synthesizing them through my own understanding. So I decided to do a one-point perspective drawing, basically in digital collage of Amsterdam. So I took lots and lots of pictures of different buildings and built a one-point perspective drawing of me looking into Amsterdam. So that's my perspective. And then I thought, well, I need somebody to be creating something. So I'm a painter, which is how I understand making my world. So I couldn't really do myself because at that point I had decided to do digital collage. So I asked Tiffany, the wonderful, my partner Tiffany, to stand there and pretend she was a painter. And of course I had to pose her because she had no idea how to stand. But she did great, thank you, Tiff. So that was the first chapter. All of the chapters are also on like a very layered background that consists of drawings, watercolors. I was living on the water at the time, so there was a lot of water reflections in there and sky pictures, a lot of layers of texture, I guess. So to represent, the layers, the multidimensional space that Kathleen talks a lot about in her book.
I also have seen paintings from you. They're beautiful too, in real. And you have been exhibiting, you told me, in New York, I think.
Yes. So I've been exhibiting for over 20 years in Philadelphia and New York, and my work's collected worldwide. Yeah, so all of my bigger exhibitions would be shown in a large exhibition. Often the people who were in them, if it were portraiture or that visual ethnographies, would be present, part of the show. So yes, it is a part of a big.
And it's so beautiful because when I studied art history, we had a special subject. It was called Woord and Beeld, which is word and picture. And the way you visualize the imaginary world, the real world you can go through, you visualize it so beautiful in all the 13 chapters which Kathleen has written. The last chapter is there, number 13. It's called The New Earth, but we don't have, it's actually the front of the book. Do we all have the book? We can see it. You can see it, it's very close to the front of the book. It shows a book again, and actually it has an earth on top. There's a lot of light, there's a lot of brightness. You can see it here. You see the earth, you see a book again. Deborah, what does it say?
So again, the background is this multidimensional layers of the layers of us, of each of us. But this time above the book, you have an earth that is shrouded in an aura of light that represents the collective awakening of consciousness of humanity, which is sort of the conclusion of her book. I don't want to give away the end.
But I think we all together have to make a better earth, don't we?
Exactly. It's a collective
We have to start with
effort.
ourselves.
Mm-hmm. And then together we all are together with the source. So.
And we have to give light, Kathleen, correct? Love.
Light and love.
Light and love. You always said that, and it's true. Every work is a combination of the words and the imaginary. It shows you the book. I would say, if you buy the book, buy some of her artworks too, because it visualizes so beautiful the thoughts of Kathleen. And actually, it's a cohesion of two artists, I would say, and it makes one thing whole, really. This is how I see art. Art are words. It helps you to understand the book. It's very difficult, the book, I have to say. It's beautiful. It's really inspiring, but it's also very inspiring to see the artworks next to it, because it gives you an inside feeling how to get to the real or the reality you want to go to. And, a friend of my mother said, and my mother died, and my mother's friend said, don't be sad. You got all the ingredients and you bake your cake yourself. So be happy, you got it. And actually you get the ingredients from both, because you get Kathleen's words and you get the beautiful images of Deborah. And I think the combination makes it perfect and can help you making your imaginary reality and make your matrix, make all the levels you are from your body, from your soul, from every part of your being perfect.